Well, good morning, everyone. Thomas Montgomery. We get together with our distribution partners most weekday mornings at this time, 8 o'clock Central, most weekdays, Mondays through Fridays. Talk about strategies, tips, share success stories, and really we're here to support each of you. We are announcing a new promotion, if you will, an extra $250 in your pocket up front, and we'll describe that in detail. So as you look at our screen, on the left-hand side, look at my screen, I suppose. On the left-hand side, you're seeing fundingproposal.online. So this is a resource site that has been up for quite some time, and there's no changes. It's really a landing page. And this is important because this is the instrument that you'll use to be able to submit clients and receive money. So let's talk about the process of how to receive the extra $250 upfront bonus. And this is for our referral partners. How much does it cost to become a referral partner? Absolutely nothing. And using this campaign, you do not even need a landing page. You're just going to collect a few basic pieces of information from a prospect, and you're going to put them in down here, which I'll discuss. So you don't need a landing page. You don't need to spend any money. You don't have to pay any money. It's very simple and very profitable. So let's go through it. So the overview: referral partners can earn an extra $250 bonus in addition to their normal 5 points. So again, referral partners cost nothing to get signed up. If you're not a referral partner yet, you can become one here on the 4weekfunding.org website. Doesn't cost anything. The normal payout for referral partners is 5 points of the client's capital raise. So that remains, but the promotion that we're running for deals that you submit between now and the end of July this month, you're going to get an extra $250 for. And so what does it take to earn the $250 and the 5 points? We're going to go through that when we get down here to the process. Very simple, though. So again, if you're not a referral partner yet, you want to earn money by helping people, you pay nothing, you get a free landing page. It's all done on 4weekfunding.org. All right, so let's start by discussing why this is good for small business owners. Because if we don't feel confident in what we're introducing to others, then we're unlikely to be very successful. So let's build the value proposition from the perspective of the participant first, and then we'll talk about what's in it for you, which I guess we've already kind of covered up here. But regardless, let's talk about what's in it for the small business owners, why they would want to get a free funding proposal. Well, first of all, they have no advance fees or upfront costs, so that's good, right? They would like that, and you and I can feel comfortable going out to the marketplace, not asking them to pay anything upfront. So there's a check mark there. They're going to receive guaranteed funding. So what that means is that when they go through and get a funding proposal, they may get multiple offers. Our typical client will get 4 to 7 cash funding offers. Some could get 20, 30, 40 different offers, but they're going to get at least one. So it won't be a waste of their time. They're going to get at least one funding offer. This allows participants to go straight to funding, and then they will receive funding offers typically within 24 hours, within 1 day, and then the funding as soon as next day afterwards. So what we're talking about here is going straight into their funding. Now, are we still going to help them build out their loan package and business plan and financials and all that? Certainly, but we'll do that as the second step rather than the first step. The first step is let's get them some funding offers that they can select from. It is important to understand for them to receive a funding offer, there is no minimum credit score, and you can see that listed here as well. You might say, well, how can that be? Well, it's what you and I teach, right? We preach it. There are different sources of capital. Each have their own underwriting criteria. Not all funding sources require a minimum credit score. There's also no minimum time in business. And again, that's reiterated here. So a lot of what I'm addressing on this checklist, of course, comes from this site. No surprise, right? As far as who can participate, it needs to be a legal business model. So we're not talking about that they can't be pre-formation or they can't be a sole proprietorship. We're not saying that. But if what they're going to do is an illegal service, prostitution, human trafficking, fentanyl distribution, can't help them with that. So that's what we're talking about. It needs to be a legal industry, a legal service or product, even if they're pre-revenue, and then it needs to be a US-based business. Again, could be pre-formation, but the owner needs to be US. This will provide access to loans, lines of credit, and/or and some great interest rates. Now, you and I are not the lenders, right? If you look at your business card, it probably does not say that you're the CEO of Bank of America, right? So you and I are not extending the funding offers. We're facilitating that as a technical advisor. So the lenders will decide what offers they want to make each participant using our proprietary system. The point here is it could be loans that are longer in term, so the payments are lower. It could be just simply a line of credit so they can pull from it as they need. And we even see some 0% interest rates, even in today's marketplace where interest rates are getting higher. So then after they get their first tranche of financing, their first round of financing, which comes through this process, then, as you know, or likely know, then we're going to work with them to qualify for larger amounts. And we'll guarantee them a minimum of $100,000. But that happens after we build their lender compliant loan package and address credibility factors. So this is kind of the opposite of what we call the 4-week funding, right? Here, we're going to go straight to funding right out of the chute, get them offers that they can select from. They can select one, they can select many. They'll get at least one. And then afterwards, then we go build out the loan package. So again, if you have any questions as we go through this, just post it in the Q&A. It's kind of like a chat function of Zoom. All right, so this is why it's good for small business owners. Anyone have any questions about the value proposition to the small business owner? Okay, now let's talk about the pitch. To no surprise, the pitch is again pulled off of this page. So there's not like some extra information you need. If you lose this reference sheet, just go to fundingproposal.online and you'll see the highlighted points that I'm referencing. But if I were discussing this with someone, like Warren's on the line here, Warren's one of our distribution partners. And so if I'm having a conversation with Warren, or even if I'm just putting together an email or a Craigslist ad, here are the points of the pitch that I would offer to Warren. I'd say, well, Warren, getting money to start or grow a business shouldn't be difficult. In fact, in less than 5 minutes, Warren, we can help you complete a simple application to get funding offers to start or grow a business. You're going to love this, Warren, because this is a streamlined application, provides access to numerous financing offers without any upfront cost or hard inquiries. Warren, all I need from you is a couple pieces of information to get the process started. I just need your name, Warren. I need what email that is best to communicate with you, your phone number, and how much funding that you would like to be considered for. I can assure you that all participants, 100% of participants, Warren, will receive at least one financing offer. Many receive multiple. Let's go ahead and give it a try, okay? And so then, Warren said, okay. And so then I'm going to get from Warren his name, his email, his phone, and how much capital he wants. And I'm going to put his information right here on fundingproposal.online. We're going to put his name, first name, last name, email, phone. We're going to put me as a referral source. You can decide what you want to do in the toggle and submit. It's that simple. So by taking this approach, you don't have to have your own landing page. Do you want your own landing page so you can just blast the landing page out? Great. Scott Stroud, our Chief Marketing Officer, is the best of the best. He can create a landing page for you if that's what you want. And I can make sure you have Scott's information, scott@smartmoneyalliance.org. He's going to charge you for that because that's the way the world works, right? When you're getting additional resources, he would develop it based upon your specifications, and then you could refer directly to your own landing page. What I'm describing, though, is you don't even need that unless you want it. If you'll just collect from the person their name, their email, their phone, and how much capital, you can put it in here. So now you know that they've been submitted in. There's no doubt. It'll take you, what, about 13 seconds to put that information in, hit submit, and then we'll talk about the process. But then the system is going to proceed with them from there. So do you need to have your own landing page? No. Now, would you want to just direct everyone to fundingproposal.online? I wouldn't, quite frankly, because now you're gambling. Will they remember to list you as the referral source? But instead, use your Craigslist ads. We've talked about use the different techniques of generating leads or acquire leads or buy leads, whatever you want to do. But then connect with them briefly. Use the pitch that we've discussed. Keep it simple. Keep it short. Collect these 4 pieces of information and drop them in here. Painfully simple. All right, so now let's go through the full process so we're all clear on it, and then we'll dig into the questions that you have. All right, so as I've stated, you will collect their name, email, phone, and amount of funding requested. And so I see hands going up. Eric's one of the first ones. And so, Eric, you're right. You can develop referral partners that are referring to you. So you know that we're going to pay you $250. Eric is all about leverage, right? So Eric's already thinking, okay, he's going to go out and get people to refer to him. He's going to pay them $100 and share somehow the points with them. He's creating a big funnel because Eric is smart enough to know that there's other people that know more small businesses than he does. He just wants to broker the deal, right? So let's just role play. We got Hannah on here, and she's one of she's one of the best of the best. But let's say Eric knows Hannah from church or from the chamber or from college, wherever. And Eric says to Hannah, hey, Hannah, I don't know if I mentioned to you, but I'm looking for referral partners. Doesn't cost anything. And all you'll do is just submit to me. In other words, Hannah would submit to Eric. Anyone that's looking for funding to start or grow a business, we only need 4 pieces of information: first name, last name, email, phone, and how much capital they need. I guess that's 5 pieces, but name, email, phone, and how much capital. And Hannah, you refer them to me. And if they decide to participate, which most will, I'll pay you $100 up front. And then also I'll pay you 2 points of their capital raise. Well, that's very fair. And so if Eric, and that's Eric's approach, and that's why he's very successful, he approaches people like Hannah and has lots of people referring into him. And so Hannah doesn't need to know about Funding Proposals page or anything. All Hannah needs to know is Eric's the man. She's going to refer people to Eric with the pieces of information. He's going to put them in. And then when he gets paid from Hannah's referrals, he's going to share it with her. Now, how much he wants to share with her is up to him, of course. But let's go back to the process. So however you want to generate the lead, that we're not talking about lead development. People like Eric, successful people like Eric, gets other people to refer leads to him, but you could buy leads, you could post on Craigslist, however you want to generate the lead. Once you have the lead, then step number 1 occurs, right? So you're going to collect it, and then you're going to submit that information on this page, which matches, it's here. So you get the information, you put it here. All right, Jeanette's asking, can you buy leads list and just dump them in? Yes, you can. You can go online and buy age, business loan, lead list, and you can just put them in. Jeanette follows up saying, well, she doesn't know exactly how much they want for funding. You could just put a question mark there. The little red asterisk is going to require a response, but theoretically, you could just put a question mark and the system will allow it to go through. All right, thank you, Jeanette, for that. So moving forward. So then what will happen after you've collected the name and you submitted it? Then we're going to automatically send them a simple questionnaire to tell us about their business or the business they'd like to start. So again, that's even described right here. So everything I'm going through is actually pulled from the funding proposal. There's no new information. And so Scott Stroud, again, our Chief Marketing Officer, who's excellent, has built a follow-up system that once you submitted them in here, it will move them forward in the process, taking them to step 2. And if they don't complete step 2, it'll remind them. It'll follow through drip marketing. So that's great. So once you submit them in here, you're done. Other than being paid, the system will take care of itself. All right, so that's what we're talking about. Number 3 is which is what step 2 is here, is step 3 in the process. Once the individual completes the funding proposal app that's going to be sent to them, step 2 here, then we're going to get them some funding proposals. They do not have to accept the proposals, but they're going to get proposals. We have, it's really closer to 40, but we just say over 30 different banks, credit unions, and alternative lenders, and then they can select from, the participant can select. The typical participant will receive 4 or more offers. We've had some people receive dozens and dozens of different offers. So they might receive 10 different offers from one bank, like we do a lot with PenFed Credit Union. So PenFed Credit Union might offer them a 10-year term loan, might offer them a line of credit, might offer $40,000, might offer them $30,000, might offer them $20,000. So the point is, each different lender could offer 1 or more, or none, but multiple offers. And so participants can stack those offers, or which is C, in other words, accept multiple, or they could just accept 1, or I guess they could decline them all. But everyone will receive at least 1 funding offer. Let's go through that again. Everyone will receive at least 1 funding offer. One more time. Everyone will receive at least 1 funding offer. So that's important, right? Because we say that there's 100% approval. We're not going to do anything that's deceptive or dishonest. Literally, everyone will receive 1 funding offer. Now, will they necessarily get an offer that equates to the amount of money that they're looking for? You know, they might put in, I'm looking for $5.5 million. Well, will they get an offer for 5.5? Theoretically, it's possible, but it may be a lower amount based upon what they qualify for now. You might say, well, that seems pretty shitty. They want 5.5 million and we only offered them 120,000 initially. That's horrible. Well, you have to understand they're getting offered what they qualify for. What's going to happen afterwards? What did we say? After their first tranche of financing, we're going to help them qualify for larger amounts, at least 100,000, by building a lender-compliant loan package and addressing credibility factors. So this is the first tranche, the first round of financing. They may very well want to go for subsequent rounds. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, so we said everyone's going to get at least 1 offer. The typical participant will receive 4 to 7 offers. They can stack offers. In other words, accept multiple offers if they want. Now, I say that, and just to be transparent, normally they can only accept 1 offer per lender, but they could, in fact, accept offers from different lenders. It's kind of like buying a car, and I don't know if you know this, and maybe it's an unimportant point, but let's say you go into a car dealership. And you say, well, I really like the S560 that's on the showroom floor, that new Mercedes. Looks beautiful, right? And so I want to apply for financing for that Mercedes S560. So you apply, it's what, 127,000. And so you get approved. And so what can happen, and not everyone knows this, is you already got the applications extended. You can use that same application through the same dealership and go ahead and buy a G-Series wagon while you're at it. So because what's happening is the different lenders don't know at that moment in time that you've accepted multiple offers. So that's what we're talking about with stacking. Okay. So again, let's make it more specific because I see a question mark coming up from David. So let's say that they got an offer for $30,000 from PenFed, a $30,000 from Wells Fargo, and an offer of $30,000 from Chase Bank. They could go ahead and accept all three offers at about the same time, pocket $90,000, and that would be an example of stacking offers. Hopefully that makes sense. Now, how much will they get in their first tranche financing? It depends what they qualify for. You and I are technical advisors. We're not the underwriting committee. We don't determine how much they get approved for. But we do see some people get over 100,000 in offers from first tranche financing. Could be more, could be less. We know they'll get at least one offer, but how much they get will be dependent upon them and the offers that they get. It's fast. The client selects the offers that they want, and the funding is typically wired into their account 1 to 3 days. Now, where this isn't true, there's different types of funding. So if they're getting a line of credit, for example, we talked about up here, then the line of credit is opened and then they have to pull from it and then it's moved into their account. So granted, different sources of capital fund differently, but normally what happens is they're going to select the offers they want, and then the funding is wired into their account. What's in it for you? Where did we start? Where are we going to finish? What's in it for you is, as a referral partner, we've always paid 5 points out. But now what we're doing for the promotion through the end of July, we'll decide if we're going to continue it or not based upon your success, your involvement, is we're going to, on top of that, also pay you $250 a deal. So with that, I mean, I don't know that it would be difficult to send in a handful of people. And so let's say you submitted 4 people in, they go through the process, you made $1,000 bonus. Not bad, right? Not get rich quick. Extra $1,000 maybe isn't that big of a deal to you, but it's just a function of volume, right? You're paid what you're worth. That's the way that life works. And so you'll get $250 per. You can decide how many times you want to make the $250 by feeding people in. So in summary, wrapping it up, you can use this simple process to help others access funding. You receive the $250 up front plus 5% of their capital raise. All right, so we've got a question from Joseph. Joseph's one of our top producers up in Northwest Arkansas. Joseph's wanting to clarify. He's making $250 up front. Yes, Joseph. He's making 5% from every tranche of capital. Yes, Joseph. So if in their first tranche here, let's say they get 100,000 from the first tranche, Joseph makes $5,000, 5% of 100,000 plus the 250. But let's say that the client continues on, we build out their loan package and we get them, we're just going to round off, make it simple numbers, $1 million. Joseph's looking for comfort and confirmation that he would then get 50,000 off of that million. So yes, so once you've submitted the client in, you're locked into the client, so you're making 5% of their capital raise paid out after each tranche, each round of capital. So you're not paid just on the first tranche or first round, you're paid off of all the tranches. Thank you, Joseph, for clarifying that. All right, and so Charlotta asked if the sessions are recorded, and the answer is yes. You know, as of yesterday, Zoom changed, and I didn't manage that very well. They changed how the recordings work, so I screwed up and didn't. I did record yesterday, but I didn't save it because they changed the system. I'll be more careful today. Warren says okay. Oh, Warren also asked, a few of you got some Adobes. Some old unexecuted Adobes were canceled out just to clean up the system. So there were no executed Adobes cleared out, but some unexecuted were canceled. So no confusion there. Sorry about that. Let's see. Alfred asked. Alfred asked a very good question. So he's been feeding folks into the 4-week funding program, and he's asking for those people that are currently in the system, can he pivot them over and take advantage of this? Absolutely, yes. Absolutely. Yeah, so these could be people that you've submitted before, people you haven't submitted before, people that are going through the process now. Absolutely. Thank you, Alfred, for that question and clarification. Let's see. David's asking, and you know, I didn't go through, I guess, all the steps. I explained the process, but there are 3 steps that are shown here. And again, Scott Stroud, kudos to him. Thank you for our Chief Marketing Officer in building this model. So step 1 is right here. And so you're going to submit on fundingproposal.online their name, their email, their phone, how much funding, your name, and whatever you want to put down here. So that's step 1, right? Step 2 is they're going to complete, as it states, a simple questionnaire so we can get some information about their business that they have or that they wish to start. And then they'll have the final agreement to sign off on so we can go proceed and get them funding offers. So it's technically a 3-step process. If you want to disclose that to them, that's fine. But at least what you'd want to let them know is that, hey, I just need your name, your email, your phone, and amount of funding. And what I can do is then get you a streamlined application that'll provide you access to numerous financing offers without any upfront cost or hard inquiries. Everyone will get at least 1 funding offer. Let's go ahead and give it a try. So you put it in, and then the system is going to start communicating with them through their email. You don't want to put your email in here because then we're going to step 2, and then step 2 would be sent to your email. So unless you have a power of attorney to be filling out legal documents for these people, don't put your email in. That would be bad, right? You're acting as a facilitator to get them put into the system. But after this step 1, they need to do steps 2 and 3, not you. All right, so I think we covered all the questions. Any other questions, comments, concerns on this? So in summary, new bonus program, $250 to each of you as a referral partner. Costs nothing to become a referral partner. If you're not set up to become a referral partner, super easy. Go to 4weekfunding.org. It states you make 5 points off the capital raise. That's still true. In addition to that, we're paying $250 upfront bonus for the people that you're referring through here. And that's a promotion that's running through today, July 19th, through the end of July. We've provided you why this is a good value proposition for the participant. We've given you specific scripting for your pitch, which of course is also on this page. We've explained the process, I think, in detail. And of course, now we're summarizing it. So I encourage you to plug in, give it a try, earn some extra income, and help others. All right. Well, thanks, everyone. We'll see you back tomorrow morning. Talk to you soon.